Hi guys, welcome back to another easy do-it-yourself dog treat video. This is Chris from WaggMore Pet Boutique. We are near Easter. We're just a few weeks away and we're gonna do some Easter cookies on this video. So we're gonna grab our notebook, our pen, pencil, four-legged ones, write down a few things that you'll need, and we're gonna go ahead and start making some Easter cookies. Samples of what they're gonna look like. I don't know if I can get them clear for you. But let's get started. I cleared off the baking table, put everything on that we need. So we have, if you haven't seen already, our video from the Cinnabons, I would go back through our videos and check that out, and that will show you how to make your cookie with all the ingredients and then your choice of cookie cutter. Obviously, we're going to be doing all Easter themed today. You're going to need a measuring cup, a mixing bowl, some spoons, some water, and then our most important ingredient is our powdered yogurt from pastriesforpets.com. I'll put the link below, and this is where we get all our supplies from for doing our final look. And this is our mixture instructions from Pastries for Pets. So we'll go ahead and get started and pour the yogurt in our mixing bowl and grab the water and spoon. I grabbed our trays. You're gonna need some parchment paper to put out on a few trays, depending on how many cookies you do. So today I'm gonna be doing some Easter eggs. And we'll just start putting them out. What I usually do is I make a batch of one color and say we're gonna do blue. I wanna make sure that I do enough blues, and then I pick out some Easter peeps. That's what they're called, peeps. We're going to save the carrots for later. And you don't want to put them too tight and close to each other on the tray for decorating purposes, but give it maybe like half an inch, maybe a little bit more. Go ahead and fill up the second tray. And we're going to do a few different colors today. So that's a pretty good amount, and we'll get started. I got a little distracted on Pinterest. I think I'm gonna do something new this year. This also, including the eggs, I'm gonna do little chickadees or chickens. I think they'll come out really good. Just the black, the orange for the feet and the top hair, the nose, and then a yellow base. Oh, the carrot's cute too. Let's look at that. I think we can get away and do that too. Put them up here for a cheat sheet so I can take a look at them while I'm decorating. Awesome. I got our measuring cup for 1 cup. We're gonna grab our mixing bowl, put the yogurt frosting powder in. Now we're gonna grab our water, our 1/4 cup. Go ahead and fill that. I put the camera down because it's going to be too much to mix and not shake the camera. Go ahead and pour that in. Grab our spoon. We're going to start mixing. The mixing part for the frosting yogurt powdered, it's not the easiest to work with. If you make it too wet, it's going to be too runny and it won't work. So you'll have to add a little bit more powder to it. And if it's too dry and lumpy, you're gonna have to add some water to it. So there's just, you gotta find that right happy medium. So with the 1/4 cup, it's forming, but it's still kind of, you know, lumpy and almost looks like a batter. So we're gonna fill up our 1/4 cup. We'll just do about half. We're not going to do all of it. I'd rather be a little thicker batter than too much and too runny. And don't be afraid to mix for a few minutes. Not bad. I think actually we're good. So we're gonna go ahead and Mix this for another minute. Make sure we get all the powder mixed in well from the bottom of the bowl. And it's not too runny, but it's gonna look pretty close to a pancake. It's gonna look pretty close to a pancake batter. That's what you want. And also, pastriesforpets.com, unhook my camera, has their own line of pet and dog safe natural food coloring. So we're gonna go ahead and let's do yellow. Now we're gonna mix in our yellow. I just added a little bit of the powder, not too much, because I want it to be more of a pale yellow for Easter, not like a school bus or a sun yellow. And just take a minute and mix that in really good. I really like that. It came out good. And again, your choice of Easter cookie cutter that you decide to do. Style-wise, whether it's a bunny, an egg, carrot, grab what you need, put them on the trays, and let's grab our next tool. Our next tool that we're going to need is going to be your choice of brush for the frosting onto the cookies. I'm going to go with a little bit bigger one, just based on the size of the cookies and how quick I want to do each one. And just re-stir and make sure that it doesn't get hardened or if it sits too long before you start. We'll grab a brush. All the holes that were poked through the cookies, that was just from baking, so there wouldn't be any air bubbles, but they'll all be covered once you start frosting it. I do like the yellow, came out good. More than likely, you're gonna have some runoff on the sides, which is fine. And it's gonna be used anyway, because we're gonna go ahead and go around all of the edges. And then when I can't do any more without holding it, without brushing my finger, put it back down on the tray and do the remainder right on there. Go around the edges one more time. It does take a little bit of time for the frosting, your yogurt frosting to dry. It takes a good 24 hours. If you want to play it safe and just do the bases first and then come back the next day to apply the next layer. So when they're all covered, got around the edges, I'm going to speed it up and do the remainder of the yellow. We got our first tray done. We're going to put it to the side, and it's okay if you made a mess because the parchment paper will keep the tray all clean. And believe it or not, putting the cookies in a freezer, refrigerator, outside in cold weather will not help dry, speed up the drying time. They just need to be inside air room temperature for a good 24 hours. And we'll finish decorating the rest of these guys, and then we'll come back, speed it up, and show you the next step for the coloring on top of the yellow. right, welcome back. It's the next day. It's been 24 hours. Our frosting is pretty firm. It's still a little bit tacky, but it's definitely ready for the next step, which is to do our eyes, beak, hair, and little feet on our chickens. And then I already pre-made the frosting. We're gonna start with the orange. I'm gonna cut off the end, and then we're gonna start decorating that guy. All right, pipe the frosting down as far as I can, and then I'm gonna do a very small opening. Maybe you don't want it too big of an opening, because then it'll just get messy when you do the frosting. And if it's too small, or it's barely coming out, obviously, trim it again. All right, let's start with the little beaks. And then we have our little feet. Curve up. And our little hairdo. Doesn't have to be perfect. Have fun with it. Your dogs aren't going to notice the difference. It's still going to taste yummy. And then when we have all these decorated, we'll let the same thing process. We'll let it sit for 24 hours, and we'll come back and pick them up, and we'll clean off the edges. I'll speed this up a little bit, and then we'll do the eyes, and then they'll be all set. Our orange done for the little chiclets, and now we made some pre-mixed black frosting. We're gonna go ahead and put eyeballs on all the chickadees, and then since we have the black out, we're gonna do the eyes and the nose for the yellow peeps. And this should be the easiest part, hopefully. 2 little dots for the eyeballs. Not bad for the first time. Finish these up and do the peeps. Pretty neat. We got our peeps and little chiclets done. So again, the eyes, the feet, the nose, the little hair, we're gonna let dry until tomorrow, and then we can go ahead, lift them off the parchment paper, and we'll clean off the remainder of the yellow to give it a clean look. Now we'll grab our carrots and finish them. Now we have our carrots. All the orange is hardened up for us to do the next step. We piped some white frosting, and I started doing the eyes. So we'll let them dry for maybe an hour or two, and then we'll go over and dot with some black frosting, and then we'll continue with the little arms, and then we'll do a little curve for the mouth. out some Easter cookies for your four-legged ones. Again, no right or wrong way to do it. Have fun with it, enjoy it. Even if you just watched the video, I hope you enjoyed it with your four-legged ones. So stop on back and make sure to like and subscribe our videos for the next easy do-it-yourself dog treat video. And the last thing, most importantly, is the test.